Your boys are back. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. This ain't the fuck like horses gave me heat stink.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, your boys are back. It is time for another episode of In This Very Ring. Right here, only on A2G Radio. I am your host. I am the one they call Ritz. And joining me, as always, is the mayor of Toasty Town himself.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Butters. Butters,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
are
yeah.
you? How was your Thanksgiving, my guy?
My Thanksgiving was good. It was good.
Did you eat your weight in food?
I might have ate double my weight in food.
I didn't think they made enough food like that.
Oh, my brother did. He had plenty left over, too.
In This Very Ring is brought to you, as always, by our friends over there at Body Check Wellness. Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 25% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Jesus Christ on a crutch, do we have a lot to talk about tonight. But before we get into Survivor Series and the fallout and Lesnar returning and all that other shit, there is one very, very critical thing that we have to talk about. It finally happened. Wednesday night, Chicago, Illinois, AEW Dynamite. CM Punk, MJF, the war of words. You and I literally just finished rewatching it right before we came on the air.
Yep.
And I've got all the comments made by both gentlemen. And we're going to dive right into it because our topic of conversation brought to you by Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. He's got 2 locations in Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours at SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. CM Punk and MJF had the promo of the year Wednesday night. Agree, disagree. Now, as always, before we go into it with Butters giving his answer, because we're always going to start with Butters, it's what we do around here and in this very ring.
Because I'm Butters and I'm that slick. Hey.
I'm going to ask that you never say that again. Thank you. That being said, we were going to do end of the year awards on our last show and everything like that. And, I was slowly starting to put things together in my head of how we should do it and what should it look like and who am I going to talk to about it and, get to weigh in, blah, blah, blah. And then this bullshit happens. So, Butters, lay it on me. What do you think? Was it the promo of the year or not?
No, you know what? I have to agree with the poll. I think it's the promo of the year because, we've had quite a few good promos with it, whether it be, other CM Punk promos, Jericho, Roman. I really think this one's going to show this. They showcased what these two could do. These two can talk on the mic and go at it with each other. And I think at the end of the day, end of the year, this is going to be top promo of the year for everybody.
Yeah, I have to. All right, so without sitting down and really breaking it down and really getting into, okay, what promos did we have this year? What did we miss? What did we hit on? I am prone to say yes, this was the promo of the year. And let me explain why. Right? Let's really break it down to what it is. Okay. You had arguably two of the absolute best on the stick, best people on the microphone ever going at it Wednesday night. And they pulled no punches. They left nothing on the table. They gave us everything we had wanted and more, right? And I don't think anybody was truly ready for what they got, right?
Mm-hmm.
I truly, we all knew it was going to be great. We all know there's more on the horizon from these two, because I think while we took a lot of shots, they took a lot of shots at each other. I think that they still held back a little bit because we know that there's going to be a payoff here. But the question is when. We know winter is coming, literally and figuratively, in a few weeks. Is that where we're going to see the climax of the storyline? Usually the builds with Punk have not been very, very long. It's been a couple of weeks. He has the match and then fucks off and goes to the next person.
Yeah.
Right? But this is MJF. Darby Allin, first one out the gate, had a couple matches. I mean, a couple promos with Darby and Sting and whatnot, and then boom, they had some interactions in the ring, but it was face versus face, right? And then he had his stuff with Eddie Kingston, and they had some brawls. They were a little bit more physical. But then the match happened, and boom. And now here we are with MJF. But this is MJF at his prime. This is MJF at his peak.
Mm-hmm.
Let's dive in.
This is a top talent heel right now that the wrestling industry needs.
100%. Our first comment is brought to you by All Campus. They are the home of AGD Ramp Booth, which you can catch here every Sunday morning on AGD Radio social media platforms. All Campus is giving 20% off everything in our store, including hats, shirts, and our team cornhole sets. And here's that first comment from Ted over on YouTube. MJF won that round. I don't disagree whatsoever.
I don't either. I wholeheartedly gotta, agree to that one.
And we're really gonna dive into what was said in just a moment. But Ryan Brodo from AGD Wednesday Night, Monday Morning Quarterback, chiming in over there on YouTube. And you see that little icon next to Brodo's name? That means he is a YouTube member. And how do you do that? Well, it's $9.99 a month. And you can get some amazing perks, including shout-outs, members-only shows, appearances, and weekly picks from the Money Pot Podcast. The link is in the comments. Join today, guys. Literally use the picks that you get from the Money Pot Podcast to physically pay for the membership. It's no money out of your pocket at that point. The Godfather himself chiming in. Yo, let's go. Make sure you catch Tom tomorrow on Agree to Disagree. Monday with Ryan on Monday Morning Quarterback. And oddly enough, also with Ryan on HD Wednesday night. You can also catch Jake Friel and Tom Arnone on Friday nights for HD Fan Friday. Jake Friel, what's up, boys? Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We did. Hope you did, too.
I got fatter, so I'm good.
Didn't think that was possible either. Ryan Brodo says Doc Rivers sucks. Oh, wait, wrong show. Yeah. Something tells me, Joel Embiid returned tonight for the Philadelphia 76ers to a losing effort, which has gone over very, very well inside the inner workings of AGD Radio. So I'm sure we're going to hear about it over the next couple of days. Tom and Ryan's partner in crime on Wednesday nights, Frank Vespi. Hello, pals. Wait a minute. Wait the fuck a minute. Everybody stop. How is this guy going to come in here on every show on the face of the planet for the last God knows however long? This man has come in here and said, hey, yo. And yet today, for some weird reason, he says, hello, pals.
Is he drunk?
Just for that, I'm not reading his comment until he fixes his shit. I'm dead fucking serious. I look forward to very little things in my life, and Frank Vespi's attempt at being Scott Hall is one of them. Ted goes on to say, Punk hasn't faced anyone this great on the stick since The Rock, but Rocky wasn't staying. No, I agree. Also not reading Frank's comment again because, well, you didn't fix your shit. Brian Daly from the Hockey Happy Hour, which you can check every Tuesday night on HED Radio. What's up, guys? Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Ryan Brodo's adding, if this isn't a multiple pay-per-view feud, that'll be a big mistake. It would be CM Punk's first multiple pay-per-view feud.
And I think with the addition of Wardlow, it might actually be a multiple pay-per-view feud.
I could see him having to run through
I wouldn't
Wardlow
say so much
spears.
I wouldn't have so much say run through Wardlow so much as, Wardlow's interference causing, the match to become a no contest or MJF to win, and Punk wants another couple matches to make that up.
Right. Ryan says, if someone calls me pal, they're getting ran over. Well, you're closer to him, so you run him over for me. Ted says, MJF is the best thing going in wrestling. I drop nukes. Fucking MJF. Gotta love him.
Right.
Robert over there on Facebook, AEW will job MJF to Punk.
No, they won't.
See, and we're let's dive right into it, right? And Frank still hasn't shown the fuck back up and fixed his shit. So that being said, so MJF starts off this promo, and he starts with things like, calling Punk Punky Brewster, and he says, just like you took your ball and went home like a little bitch. MJF isn't a one-trick pony like CM Punk is. I totally blanked. And he also says a straight edge man could not look so much. He never in his wildest dreams thought that a straight edge man could look so much like a meth addict. But if I had a face like yours, I'd have to down 8 shots of whiskey to look in a mirror. It was fantastic. Tom, Ryan says, Tom already did that during the Thanksgiving football game. Already handled. So if you missed it, I think the video has surfaced on our social medias. I think it's an Instagram reel, which I don't know if you can go back and watch at this point, but I know it's out there. Tom and Frank are on opposite teams. Chucks intercepts the ball. He's running down the field. Frank's going for a block, and Tom says, sit the fuck down, and puts Frank on his ass. It is quite fantastic. I'm not going to lie to you. Very, very, very beautiful. And then MJF goes on to say, if you're going to retort, you better do it quick because I'm going to verbally finish you quicker than your UFC career.
That's cold.
But it was so good. Like everything MJF says right there in that and this whole segment goes on for like 20 minutes. This is arguably like what Dynamite's 2 hours, so there's 20 minutes in the show. So it's 1/6 of the fucking show.
Yep.
Was these two assholes just fuck you? No, fuck you. No, sir. Fuck you. That's what this was. And it's been a long time since we've had something open up a show that was just a solid, good segment that really had no altercation in it. Right?
Because MJF bailed out like a little bitch.
Agreed.
But, that's the typical heel tactic anyways. Talk shit and run.
Right. And you don't want to have them, touch at this point, right?
Oh, no. Having them touch at this moment would be just wasteful of a promo.
Agreed. Let's see here. And then MJF CM Punk starts going. He goes, I'm so disappointed in you. It wasn't until last week I realized that MJF, that your name was Maxwell. I always thought MJF stood for my jealous fan. That was priceless.
Oh God, yeah.
I loved that. I loved everything about that.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
100%.
Somebody call the burn ward. We got 2 victims coming in.
You're so stupid.
But you love me anyways.
You're so stupid. You're dumb as hell. CM Punk talks about the poster on MJF's wall of him, which again I thought was greatness. Okay. All right, hold on. So I have to do this. We just talked about it. All right, I'm not gonna share the audio, but I'm gonna share my screen. Right, I'm gonna share my screen, and here's the video. I had the video sent to me. Okay. All right. So this is Frank right here. All right. Just watch this guy. Frank comes just right back at him like, and then Tom listens. What?
Got a little pissy.
It's what happens when you cross the boss.
No crossy the bussy.
Right?
Because the bussy put your ass down for the count.
You know, and I'm not going to go through the whole promo line by line, right? That would take too much time in the show. But, you know, some other highlights that are said is, I'm MJF, and to Ted's point earlier, I'm MJF and I dropped nukes. He called him PG Punk. You know, if I didn't know any better, you'd be out here preaching hustle, loyalty, and respect.
My favorite part of the promo, right there.
When he said that, I don't think I was fully ready for it when he said that. I knew they would make references to his WWE career. And if there was anybody that was going to do it, it was 100% going to be MJF. Right? They were going to wait for that spicy stuff for when MJF and him were on the microphone together. But then he went as further on to say, if I'm not the you can't see me man, or the King of Kings, however he words it in there. And you're like, oh, now we're going after Triple H. Okay. Like, here's my only gripe with that. And it wasn't during the first time I watched it. It was more so when you and I watched it just a little bit ago. I live almost by the old adjective that you don't ever reference the competition. Mm-hmm. Right? Whether direct competition or they're not. Frank, I'm not reading your comment. You didn't give me a hey, yo. Pay attention. Fix your shit. Anywho. Sorry. I don't ask for much in this world. Just give me what I want. That being
Frank, for the love.
There we go. There is Frank's hey, yo. Okay.
I like how he does it in all caps, just to like, here's your hey, yo, bitch.
Right. So now Frank says the shots they took at each other, the name drops, they win promo of the year. This will be a very amazing story between the two. When that concludes, maybe at Revolution. I believe MJF is going to win clean against Punk. That's a bold statement right there, my friend. And then he goes, I also have a horrible prediction with this feud because I know MJF has ties with her. Rosie O'Donnell will appear on AEW during this feud. Nope, not doing it. Nope. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna get me to say her name 3 times. Absolutely not. You know, because it is referenced in CM Punk's side of the promo that while he was selling out Madison Square Garden, MJF is marking out for that lady's show. Still not doing it. Screw off, Frank.
What fat lady? There ain't no fat lady.
Yes, there is.
Who?
Not doing it. I'm not doing it. You're
not gonna say Rosie O'Donnell?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I'm not. Because knowing my luck, Frank's gonna be right, and that psychotic, deranged bitch will end up on AEW TV.
Shit.
Oh, Maxwell! I went back and I watched it because I didn't know he was on it. Right? It's on YouTube. It's cringy. It's bad. He pretty much ignores the hell out of her. Like, and it's all for singing too.
Poor Rosie. What'd Rosie ever do to anybody?
We ain't got enough time on the show. Goes back to a comment Batman makes. I was watching Justice League Doom, and they're talking about a solar flare coming at the Earth, and Superman goes, "Well, I could just move the Earth out of the way," and Batman goes, "Even if I had a week, I couldn't properly explain why that wouldn't work. No, why that's a bad idea."
Oh, damn.
The fuck we did, Frank? Nobody said her name 3 times. I'm at 1.
No, you're at 2.
Am I at 2? Fine.
Yep.
Whatever.
You said 2, I said 1.
Still not saying it again.
It's got to be one person that's got to say Rosie O'Donnell 3 times. So, I mean, come on now.
Don't. Stop. Stop right now. Oh, God. I feel like something bad's about to happen.
I've only done it twice, okay? Come on now.
No, I have this very sinking feeling.
What?
Don't worry about it. Hopefully nothing happens. Nope, there it is. There it is.
Frank, we only said the names twice each.
No. There it is. You could have at least put the outline back up if you're going to come in here and screw around. Like, put the overlay back up. I got it, but Jesus. Fucking amateur hour back there.
What? He wanted to put Rosie's picture on the wall.
I really hope that was Frank and not Ryan, even though it said Ryan in the background there. Because I just eviscerated him, calling him amateur hour. That's Brian Daly's co-host right there, Rob Povia. Terrific promo between CM Punk and MJF. Hustle, loyalty, and respect, and he puts the laughing emoji.
Oh, it had me dying. I mean, it's one of the great parts of that promo. I mean, just
some CM Punk highlights though, and this is where I think CM Punk won, right? Well, yeah, MJF kind of came out the gate a little early, but he made more attacks of CM Punk, almost personal attacks, right? Like talking about who CM Punk was and whatnot. Everything that Punk talks about is MJF in his wrestling career, right? Calling him a less famous Miz. Selling out Madison Square Garden while you were marking out for the other one. Last time you did a song and dance on here, you made the New York Times. I'm going to make you're going to get in the New York Times again, but this time in the obituary, in the obituary section. You can't back up shit without backup. I came in here and challenged the heart and soul in Darby Allin, and that eats you alive. I beat Darby Allin, but you can't beat him without a ring. You call yourself one of the 4 pillars of AEW when you don't realize you've been replaced by Britt Baker.
That's a good one.
You're not going to matter until we wait for Tony to have a daughter that you marry. And
that was priceless.
We've taken enough of Chicago's time that my welcome back gift should be punching you in your little needle dick. So I think CM Punk won. I think he. How do I word? He had the better. He had the last line of the promo.
He took round 1. Period.
Right. He did. He took round 1, and that's okay. In my opinion, I think CM Punk takes the first round of the promo battle, and for all I know, MJF could take the first round of a physical battle. Who knows?
Very true.
No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't count. And I don't give a shit if it happened on Community. This isn't Community. This is in this very ring.
The hell is Community?
It's a TV show.
Oh, I don't have time for that.
You barely have time to sleep as it is now.
That's very true.
Like I said, I rest my case.
That's why I passed out at home when I got home from Thanksgiving.
No, that's called a food coma. There's a difference.
No. This wasn't a food coma. This is I'm tired. Go to Thanksgiving dinner. Come home and pass out.
Fair enough.
Lack of sleep and food coma induced. I had to get something from underneath the bed and passed out for 5 minutes on the floor.
I would have never told me that. I would have legitimately never in a million fucking years told me that story right there. Because you want to know why?
Why?
Because now I'm going to figure out a way to use that to my evil advantage.
Shotgun
For
bullet loaded 1.
For the rest of my life. All right, so you want to talk about Lesnar coming back, or do you want to go talk about Survivor Series?
Let's start in order. Let's start with Survivor Series. We'll save the big bitch for last.
Yep. All right. So if you missed it, Survivor Series was last week, right? And myself and Birds of a Feather Pete Evans did a fantastic reaction show. If you missed it, it's in the archives. Go back, watch it. We had a ton of fun over there. People were saying our commentary was better than what was on the air. So,
I think
gives me an idea for the next time you and I do a live reaction show.
I think anybody's commentary would be better than most of the on-air commentary.
First of all, don't steal my thunder.
I'm not trying to steal your thunder. I'm trying to add to your thunder.
No, it definitely sounds like you're trying to steal.
No, I'm not trying to steal your thunder. I'm trying to add to that thunder. Dear God.
It sounds like you're trying to steal my thunder.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to.
Just saying.
Okay.
It's kind of a dick move.
Okay. That's that.
Okay. Now we got that out of the way. We start the night with Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs defeating Damian Priest by disqualification.
Now, this one shocked me that they put this on the pre-show and not the Battle Royal.
It's The Rock. You're not. It's tied to The Rock, and even though I hate to admit it, okay, just on pure principle, but because of the storyline with the stupid fucking egg, God, things in this world I wish would just never happen, and that's one of them.
That was a goofy storyline. Goofy
is an understatement, my friend. Goofy is an understatement.
I mean, I guess it's a way to get Big E to defend his title within, so he wouldn't have to worry about defending it until day one.
Shut up.
What?
You don't need a reason. That fucking stupid.
Hey. I mean, other than the fact that it just promoted The Rock's new movie, Red.
That's all it was for.
I know.
Like, you and I both know that. All right, first of all, no. Stop. Back up. Rewind. Hit play. Okay. So, first of all, when Vince comes out of the limo holding the egg, and everybody around Vince, Aaliyah, who was kicked off the Survivor Series team, Madcap, Riddick, douchebag, dumbfuck Moss. You had the one asshole from Retribution without the face paint for whatever reason. You had a bunch of fucking nobodies. And then they awkwardly said, all right, we're going to cut back to Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce with a special announcement. There was no audio. Somebody in the truck fucked up, and they cut back, and Vince is just holding the egg, looking like a jackass, and everybody's going, oh, yes, yes, yes. What the fuck?
The boss has got a movie prop. Yay, round of applause, round of applause.
Like, what are we doing here?
So, what would you say is better? The egg or the zombies?
Bring back the fucking zombies. Because at least the zombies did something. Right? And at least like when the zombies were done, when that calamity of a clusterfuck was over, the zombies went away.
It didn't spill over into Monday Night Raw.
Which so Roman comes in, and I'm all over the place because fuck it. We're already off the rails.
Surprise.
After that moment, fuck off. Roman comes into Vince's office. I almost said locker room. Vince's office, and they have one of the most awkward conversations I've ever been a part of. And I'm not even there. And Vince is like talking about how the egg's worth $100 million or some shit. And Roman is just staring at him like, you're really making me fucking sit through this? If this asshole wasn't family. And then Roman goes, oh, like my next contract. Gets up and fucks off. Like what?
Well, Vince's reaction is great because he's just like, oh, fucking wait, what did you say?
and then you cut back to Sonya and Adam are sitting in Vince's office, right? And it's like, how do I have all these props just at my disposal? This is great. But it's like, before we go to break, where's the camera? I moved the camera for the reaction show, so I'm all fucked up. Right, before the break, there. After the break. Nobody's noticing that the big giant fucking gold egg is gone. These two assholes. Sonya's sitting there looking like a big stick of bubble gum. Like between the two of them, they look like fucking Bret Hart's closet exploded. And they're just sitting there having a conversation. I think Sonya's dicking around on her phone. Vince comes in. Where's the egg? Where's the egg? Right? Starts losing his mind because the fucking Ghirardelli chocolate egg is gone. And Sonya, you watch Sonya pick up the phone. Right? Vince is yelling to call the cops. She's calling the cops before Vince says to call the cops. And I'm pretty sure she called Mandy Rose, not the cops.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you want to call her too?
Different reasons. And then Adam's just sitting there looking like a retard.
Sorry, boss. I'm worried about Brock Lesnar. I'm not worried about your egg.
Don't hurt me, Mr. McMahon. Don't hurt me.
Brock's already done it. I'm traumatized.
And he goes, if we don't find the egg, both rosters are going to be at Raw tomorrow. Okay. So now you've already told me that we're not going to get a solution to the egg storyline tonight. Because they don't ever revisit it. They never go... There's still like an hour and a half left in this show. And they never go back to anything about the egg at all. I can't believe I'm talking about a fucking egg 7 days later.
Well, not to mention you talk about a fucking golden egg this long.
Also that. I don't think I've ever in my entire life said, all right, I'm going to talk about wrestling and I'm going to have a podcast and I'm going to have a show. We're going to become a part of a sports media company. We're going to take over the internet and the wrestling world. And I'm going to spend the better part of my Saturday night at the ripe old age of 29 talking about a fucking egg. If you would have told me that 6 years ago that I'd be sitting here talking about an egg, I would beat my own ass. It'd be like that scene in Liar Liar. What the hell are you doing? I'm kicking my ass. Like, fuck, dude. So then you go to Monday night, and this is a perfect opportunity to showcase Raw and SmackDown again.
Yep.
This is a perfect opportunity to say, okay, we didn't find the culprit of the egg heist. Everybody to SmackDown. And do the same thing on SmackDown. And have your fallout. And have whatever you're going to have. Right? But no. What the fuck was that face?
I was yawning and scratching at the same time.
Oh. 34 minutes. Okie dokie.
Oh, shut up. Don't you dare.
Oh, you're fucked.
I was trying not to yawn, damn it.
You're so doomed. You're so doomed. We're going to make that a damn emoji for the YouTube members.
Oh, yes, they're going to get buttered up. All right.
Now it's really happening. I was kidding, but now it's really happening. But anyway, I digress. Like I need to digress off of talking about an egg plot point. But then you have Sami Zayn, a SmackDown star, right? Okay, you're doing the right thing. This is good. You brought SmackDown over to Raw. You more or less brought the undercard, but fine. You brought him over to Raw. They're talking about what the hell? Fuck it.
No, you're good.
He's talking about how I know who has the egg. I know who does it. Vince says, go get him. Bring him. You'll get a championship match. Whatever. He brings in Austin Theory, a Raw superstar. Okay, fine. Sammy's still going to get the title shot. This is good. I like this. Austin, tonight you're going to fight Big E. Sammy, nobody likes a snitch, bitch. What?
Conspiracy theory abound.
Like, now you're letting Vince McMahon, the chairman of the board, the billion-dollar genetic jackhammer, with grapefruits the size of the golden egg, to legitimize this conspiracy theory? Am I drunk? Is Rob Van Dam backstage? Did somebody borrow Riddle's? Did somebody think that the potpourri from Riddle was potpourri?
Oh no, Vince and Riddle probably came rolling up in the limo, smoke blowing out the windows.
Like, fuck, dude. I swear to God, and I've never said this when watching WWE in the last few years, but that is honest to God some Vince Russo bullshit.
Oh God, is he back to being a writer now?
No, but that's what Vince Russo would have done.
But who's to say Vince Russo's not backstage again? Nobody's just saying anything.
Butters.
No, I wouldn't say backstage, but who's to say Vince isn't, calling him?
Because nobody fucking likes Vince Russo.
Hey.
Vince Russo is more nuclear heat than Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah, but Vince could do it while, hey, Russo, you stay home. You just send ideas my way.
Do you really think Vincent Kennedy McMahon is going to take a phone call from Vincent James Russo? I just
Maybe.
looked it up.
Maybe.
No.
If he's desperate enough for ideas, yes, he would.
You're fucking dumb. You might be arguably one of the dumbest human beings on the face of the planet.
I've said dumber.
I know. Which is what is the overarching concerning fact here. Like, that might be one of the topics. Dumbest thing Butters has said all year. No, I'm writing that down. No. Where's my piece? End of year awards. Dumbest thing Butters has said. So shall it be written? So shall it be done?
Royal Rumble at number 1.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Chris says he'll take one from Donald Duck before he takes a call from Russo. Thank you. Somebody here has 2 brain cells that are communicating. Pete Evans, like I said, from Birds of a Feather, chiming in, yo fam. He agrees
What's up,
to the
Pete?
poll. MJF is pure gold. From AGD Wednesday night and agree to disagree. Greg Malakovic, what's up, fellas? He says, I agree to the poll. # less famous Miz. But come on, Butters. Not even you were that stupid. Really? Did you
No, I'm just saying.
To the head?
No. I'm just saying, it's a thought. He could have made just a quick phone call.
No, fuck you. We're done talking about the egg. We're not talking about Vince Russo.
Let's get back on track with Survivor Series.
Nakamura versus Priest. Fine, it happened. Whatever. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair open up the show. And I thought this was a phenomenal way to open up the show. I did not like the ending of this match.
I'd have preferred a more cleaner win.
It looks sloppy.
Either a cleaner win or a double count out or double pinfall. Something that would have been like they're kind of equal.
I'm okay with Becky taking the win here. Right? I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is Charlotte goes for the roll-up, and she uses the ropes, the ref catches her, whatever. Becky reverses the roll-up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ref starts counting, and she grabs the ropes, and she gets the win. That's dumb.
Say, ref, why ain't you paying attention? You paid attention to Charlotte. Now you're not... What do you don't think Becky's the gun? Oh, Becky's not going to do it. 1, 2, 3. All right, here you go.
Not even that. Just get them away from the ropes, break it up, move them on, and let's go. Like, it's just so dumb. It was so dumb. But I thought they had a phenomenal night, a phenomenal match. Becky's attempt at the figure 4 leg lock.
I guess I missed that one.
So if you watch it, right, Charlotte's foot is supposed to overlap her other foot, right? I mean, her other leg, right? Charlotte's foot is pressing into hers. So she doesn't have the lock in there to where she can pull down and apply pressure.
Yeah.
It looked really sloppy and really bad.
I mean, maybe she's just trying to make, with that real life heat, make Charlotte look bad.
Which, did you catch any of the promos afterwards?
No, you talking about from Raw or SmackDown?
No, they were exclusive promos.
No. I guess I didn't catch those.
They do one with Becky where she actually starts crying, talking about fighting Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And how, we were best friends a few years ago, and now we're resorted to this. I don't know if it was a work shoot or if that was a shoot.
I think I caught that one. I think I might have caught that one. It's this Charlotte one I didn't catch.
I didn't see a Charlotte one. I saw one.
Oh,
with
okay.
Seth.
Oh, it was Seth. Okay,
I read one that Seth did. I didn't see one that Charlotte did, but I don't know what that was. Work shoot. I
was gonna say I think it might be a little bit of a work, a little bit of a shoot, just so she can,
Those are called work. Those are called work shoots.
I know, but this is me we're talking about here.
It's fair.
But, I think she put in a little bit of that, real life drama and was like, look, let's just add to the storyline a little more because we all know later on down the road, we're going to go at it again.
Right. No, I get that. I do. I get that. But it was done very, very well. And even Seth's interview, he goes, I couldn't imagine having to beat her and having to fight somebody I was so close to under the circumstances. They're both professionals. And
right?
It was really, really good how they played that and how they played off of it.
I mean, at least the match didn't go into a shoot like Nia Charlotte did.
I'd have been okay if it did, though. Like, that's almost a match where you let it get to a shoot. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The men's Survivor Series match happened afterwards. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley for Raw defeated Team SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Happy Corbin, and Sheamus. And so it goes in order of elimination. Kevin Owens walks out 55 seconds into the match.
I would have thought Rollins would have done another sacrifice, but that Kevin Owens was a bit of a shocker there.
Happy Corbin gets eliminated by Finn Balor 7 minutes and 50 seconds into the match. Bobby Lashley puts King Woods in the Hurt Locker for him to pass out 13 minutes and 25 seconds into the match. Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre are double counted out at 16:35. Finn Balor is eliminated by Sheamus at 19:30. Austin Theory then turns around and eliminates Sheamus at 24-35. Jeff Hardy eliminates Austin Theory at 27. And Jeff Hardy gets eliminated by Seth Rollins at 29-56 for Seth Rollins to be the sole survivor. In typical Rollins fashion, actually, when you think about his performances at Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was a great match. I was very surprised at how long it went. I did not think we were going to get that long of a match out of these guys. Yeah. I thought they were going to kind of keep everything to a certain time limit.
Well, and that's the thing is the time limit I've been reading is the time limit. They had to shorten a couple matches, one of them being the main event. And a lot of people question why did they let like a lot of the men's entrances go on? Why didn't you just go straight to the men's matches?
Well, yeah, and I was talking to Pete about it. I said, this is the problem with Survivor Series. You've got 10 separate, not Survivor Series. This is the problem when you have individuals on a team, right? Now I'm sitting through 10 damn.
And why wouldn't you just have them all come out at once as a team? If you're gonna be the whole Survivor Series, team on team, why not come out as a team and announce them? Hey, Team Raw, Seth Rollins, Finn. Why not just announce them all at once? They all come out at once. They meet in the ring. And they wait for their opponents.
Don't know. Truly don't know.
That saves you what, like 5 minutes?
Almost 10.
Almost 10. Okay.
Well, because you got to think about it. It's a minute. It looked like it was roughly a minute for everybody to get down to the ring.
Okay, that sounds about right. So 10 minutes. That's 10 more minutes the main event could have had instead of being rushed.
But even the main event wasn't rushed, right? The main event was 22 minutes. The men's match went for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Right? I wouldn't say that. I get where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would say that the main event was rushed by no stretch of the imagination. But again, it's all on how you perceive things, right?
Yeah.
Eagles fan is chiming in over here saying, "What's up?
What's up?
How do y'all think of the fan attack on Rollins? I think they should have thrown the bastard in jail. I thought Seth handled himself incredibly professionally.
Oh, big time.
If
this was back in the day, yeah, it'd have been a little different. But this day and age, you kind of have to handle yourself with a little more professionalism because somebody's just looking for a payday half the time.
Well, and I thought it was pretty funny that he goes, "Is that all you got, bitch? Come at me, motherfucker!"
Right? That referee tackle though, coming in at
oh yeah, he came in and took the guy out, then another ref, and then Adam Pearce was out there.
That referee just comes sliding in with that elbow. I'm like, oh yeah, that takes him out.
And Eagles fan says, "I feel like the matches were too quick." I disagree with you guys, right? I'm looking at the times. Once you get to the main show, 18:15 for Becky and Charlotte, 30 minutes for the men. The Battle Royal was 10 minutes 45 seconds. The tag team match was 14:50. The women went for 23:45, and then the main event went for 21:55. I think everything was pretty fair, and everybody had the right amount of time, given the number of talent that you had performing in the ring at any given moment. The Battle Royale felt like it a lot longer than 10 minutes. Jesus Christ. That was a tough watch.
Almost winning it was almost a given.
Yeah, but it was still a tough watch. He threw out almost everybody.
And that's crazy.
That's where it makes it very hard for me to say, all right, I believe in this product.
Now, my thing is if it would have come out to him on AJ, do you think Omos would have stepped out?
No, I think Omos would have thrown his ass over and said, go fuck yourself.
It's like, I want the big win. The big man wants the big win.
Eagles fan says Roman entrance alone was way too long. Yeah, I initially I was like, maybe it's okay. Maybe. right? But then as it went on, I was like, nope, fuck this. This is just too much.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mike, I feel bad for the guy after hearing the story after, but he was still in the wrong and needs jail time. I don't give a fuck about your story, right? Like there are rules. You were in full control of yourself.
Yep.
You chose to jump the barricade. When you know, you don't. You don't jump the barricade. You don't get involved. You stay on the other side. You're watching a show. Stay the fuck in your seat, asshole.
Right?
I have no tolerance for that. And that's why, like, I made the comment to you. I made the comment to somebody else the other day. I love when we go watch Mission Pro Wrestling. It's an independent platform. I love it. I think what they do is phenomenal stuff. I am a little upset and a little salty that we didn't go last week. In hindsight, it's always 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we had to make decisions based on timing and what was going on, and
just from what I saw last week, the show was like crazy.
Yeah, and I think by not doing a show out there, I think we might have passed up on a couple opportunities. But we had to make financial decisions, right, based on the show, on our show. It's a financial commitment to do a show out there. Right, it just is. We're not going to sugarcoat that because you're sponsoring them, and that was an agreement we worked out. And I don't mind pulling the curtain back on that stuff. But that's, I wanted to put them over for a second, right? Because I'm about to turn around and bury independent wrestling fans. Some of the people that go to these independent shows try to get too involved.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the type of people that I cannot be around. They are the type of wrestling fans that I don't want to be around. Because what's the word I'm looking for? They get to the obnoxious stage, right? And the crazy stage. And it's they took over that one match because they passed out the ribbons.
Oh my
right?
God.
The streamers.
They passed them out at the wrong time, in my opinion.
Well, but they didn't give anybody direction for them. They just handed them to people. And then you had one asshole who threw, so everybody threw.
True.
Right? And then they kept throwing because it was funny. And there was an immaturity thing there. Right? And that guy that jumped the barrier Monday night is the same exact type of person. Right? I don't care what your story is. I don't care that you were, whatever it was, catfished or whatever the fuck happened, right, by a Seth Rollins account. You're an idiot.
I was going to say, you should know better than to see that a wrestler is going to want money from you.
Yeah,
especially one on a WWE payroll as big as Seth Rollins is.
Yeah, like you. There is common sense that goes into everything, okay? And that guy just didn't have common sense Monday night. Look, do I condone what he did? Do I feel bad for the guy? No. The answer to both questions is no. I don't. You're a fucking idiot. Mike says, yeah, I hate it when fans try to hijack the show. It's dumb. Don't get me wrong. I was in Dallas 6 years ago when Beach Ball Mania was a thing, right? I think sometimes there's a time and place when hijacking a show is okay. Because when Beach Ball Mania happened and all the beach ball bullshit started, that was because we were tired of seeing, I think it was Dolph and Baron Corbin or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the match. And we had seen it like a million times at that point. It was on literally every Raw was these two dickheads wrestling each other. When the whole Yes movement happened and Kofi Mania happened, right? If it's done right, and it's no different than a WWE storyline or an AEW storyline, if it's done right and it's organic and there's true, legitimate reason behind it, then I'm all for it.
Mhm.
I support it. Hijack the show, because then that means we're being listened to and the companies are paying attention, right? To a certain degree in those instances. But when you hand out streamers to celebrate somebody winning the title and they go off before the match even starts, and you have to physically make an announcement, stop throwing the streamers,
Mhm.
that's where hijacking the show's a problem. When you're sending beach balls into the crowd because you don't like the match, or you're just bored, or you want to be a jackass, that's when it's not okay. Eagles fan says he look at NXT 2.0. The fans have no barriers. I'm a little worried about that. I'm not. NXT fans are a different breed of human.
Right?
And he says, I'm still shocked Dana's 24/7 champion. We'll get there. We'll get there.
About the only title she'll ever hold, probably.
Whoa! Hey-o.
And I love Dana to death, but
I do too. She was very sweet when I got to meet her. Austin Theory surprised me in this men's match. Before we get to the Battle Royal, I wanted to touch base on how Austin Theory surprised me. And we talked about it, how a few years ago, Rhea Ripley was the star of Survivor Series of that entire weekend. She stole the show, tore it down. I'd argue that Austin Theory was the star of Survivor Series weekend.
Oh, Austin Theory's been bringing it. He is a great up-and-coming talent that I think they could push as a great young talent.
I won't say I love Austin Theory, but I liked what he did with The Way. I thought he was very, very critical in those storylines, in the overarching group development. I think without Austin Theory, a lot of those things don't make sense. A lot of those moments don't happen. And now here he is on Raw, and I think the selfie thing is stupid. I think it's dumb. I do like the fact that he got the selfie with Vince. Like, that's essentially Vince saying, "Okay, fine. You know, I trust you. I believe in you, and I'll even go as far as letting you take this selfie per the story." And,
I mean, I guess them doing the whole selfie bit is them trying to get more of the younger teens, the younger adults into this.
oh yeah, because he's taking a selfie is going to make kids want to watch. When's the last time you hung around a teenager? Exactly.
That's why I said what I said, because I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
Is watch a kid if a kid sees somebody else taking a selfie, it's not going to say, "Oh, you taking selfies too?"
I don't know. Some kids sound like that.
That doesn't mean they don't sound like that, but I digress. I think I've called enough people dumb and stupid tonight to fulfill quota.
So just me, got it.
And we're not even an hour in yet. But I think the thing with Austin Theory is he is very young, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, Austin Theory is 24 years old.
I can see him as a future champ.
That's what they're playing to. They're playing to, this is a young kid that we believe in. This is, and Eagles fan, I think Austin's like a young Randy Orton. Dude's going to be a legend one day. Right there, I agree to that. This is the 2.0 Randy Orton. This is the next Randy Orton. If he plays his cards right and they do things with him at the right time.
Yep.
The problem with today's wrestling industry is it is very, very easy for them to make a mistake and for the wrestling fans to turn on that person and be
oh yeah. That or just make a mistake, and then at that point Vince is done with you.
Yeah.
It don't even have to be the wrestling fans. All it's got to be is Vince. Vince has got to go, here's my next cut.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's very easy to fuck that up, is what I'm getting at. Where's my Survivor Series go? I don't care about the Battle Royal. The Street Profits flung pizza all over the place.
Man,
David Lee says if he plays his cards right, or the writers do. I think my comment kind of covers both of those, right? As much as yes, the writers have to do right by Austin Theory. Austin Theory has to take the pieces of paper that the writers hand him, read it over, and go, okay, I've not been in this company long enough to go back and go, this is bullshit. We're not doing this. Right? He doesn't have that clout yet. So he has to take whatever they give him, whether it's good or bad, and he has to make the most of it. Because while, yes, a wrestling fan can say, hey, you know what? That angle's really stupid. They still have the wherewithal to say, hey, the angle may be stupid, but that talent is giving it everything that they have.
I feel like this is more of an updated version of Tyler Breeze when he first hit the main roster.
Oh, no, there are huge correlations to Tyler Breeze. This is essentially what they should have done with Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Right? Because Tyler Breeze had it all. From a ring presence, a work ethic, the character, the charisma. They had it all, right? They just went with it the wrong way. And that's where the second part of his comment plays in, right? You can have a great idea, and the talent can do a phenomenal job with it. The idea might just suck. Right?
Yeah.
Or that person's personality may not work for that idea. It's going to happen. Right? It's a catch-22 to some aspect. And David Lee goes on to say, you never know what the WWE would do with talent. Did they fire a juggernaut of a dude who was getting polished and doing well with the fans? So first of all, who are you talking about? You talking about Keith Lee, or are you talking about Braun Strowman?
I'd almost have to say Keith Lee, because Keith Lee was the one that kept getting polished and polished and polished. With the whole Bearcat and the...
But the problem with Keith Lee was they took a very simple character, Limitless Keith Lee.
Mm-hmm.
They took Keith Lee, brought him to the main roster, and you don't have to change a thing because Keith Lee is just being Keith Lee.
Yep.
And then they tried to change it. And that's where it goes back to David's first comment. Well, the second part of David's first comment, if the writers play their cards right. That's where the writers, and more so Vince, that's a Vince thing at that point. That's not the writers, right?
I don't understand why you take someone who's already established on NXT and completely change them up on the main roster.
Because I think it's a culmination of different things, right? Not everybody's going to watch NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not everybody's going to know who these people are. Not everybody's going to understand, Keith Lee is this person, right? So that's one. Move that over here. Two is it's okay when they bring somebody up to the main roster. It's a perfect opportunity to make a change to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you're going to take that person off of TV and you can run vignettes, right, with some kind of character change.
Well,
right?
yeah, but
I get where you're going with it. I do, trust me. Right? Mm-hmm. But there's logic behind it. Now,
I'm more afraid of what they're going to do with
some of it is fucking dumb as dick. Right?
But, you mean like what they did with Dijakovic?
I agree. But then Dijakovic is somebody who took what they gave him and ran with it.
Correct.
Right? Good, bad, or indifferent. Liked Retribution, fucking hated it. Thought it was the dumbest shit on the planet. He still took that character and ran with it.
I'm just afraid of what they...
Stop talking. I truly think with Keith Lee, he was not fully invested in those characters. Because they were trying to make him something he's not.
Correct.
Right? So, a lot of different things. Now, give me another one you're concerned about.
Braun Breaker. Like, I feel like they're going to do something stupid when they call him up.
I don't know if you can do anything dumber to Braun Breaker, though. And that's not me shitting on Braun Breaker. They need to call this kid Steiner.
Exactly. He was supposed to be Rex Steiner or you know, and
Name
instead,
irrelevant. Name irrelevant. That first name's irrelevant.
hell, you can call him Braun Steiner. I don't give a shit. Like you said, just tack on Steiner to the name.
Exactly. But they have not developed this character enough, in my opinion, for me to say, oh, I'm worried about what they're going to do on the main roster. I'm worried what they're going to fucking do to him in NXT. And that's not a shot at Braun. That's not a shot at the NXT writing staff. You just have no idea who he is yet.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the fans are running. As I said, the fans are running with the Steiner bit.
But a fucking course they are, because they're smart. They know. That's why I say the NXT fans are a different breed of fan. You don't hide things from them. Okay?
Right?
Now, in that same sentence, right? You've done nothing with Braun other than show me he's an ass kicker.
Mm-hmm.
And he can go toe-to-toe with the best of them. And I'm fine with that. Don't get me wrong. But give me some character development. Okay, now we've gotten off on too many sidebars here. And I'm cool with it because it's what you guys want to talk about. Eagles fan says Von Wagner is another star I think has potential. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know much about Von Wagner. I was getting ready for our War Games. You know, we were going to tease War Games at the end of the show. So I was looking over the card, and I was like, oh, fuck, who the hell is this guy?
Is he the one that fought Ciampa Wednesday night?
I believe so.
Because he is another good up-and-comer.
Yeah, he's teaming with Kyle O'Reilly.
Okay, never mind. I'm thinking of someone else then.
I'm thinking of Tony D'Angelo, Grayson Waller, or Carmelo Hayes.
Whoever Ciampa fought, I thought Ciampa was fighting somebody Wednesday night.
I thought he fought Carmelo.
I think that might have been.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Eagles fan says, I also feel like they're over pushing Mandy Rose. I disagree. I think this is the push that Mandy deserved.
Especially after
post Otis.
Yeah.
Right? I think this is the push Mandy deserved during the Otis storyline. Like, it was a perfect time to give her that championship run, to give her that push. And then she's also taking, and I have the girls' names here.
Toxic Attraction?
Yeah, the girls of Toxic Attraction.
Gigi Dolan and JC Jane?
Yeah, I didn't have their names just off the top of my head.
Sorry, I've been keeping up with those too.
I bet you have. I bet you fucking have.
Hey, they're good. I think JC Jane needs a little more work, but Gigi Dolan's doing pretty damn good.
Shut up. Shut your mouth. You're a fucking liar.
No, I'm being serious.
But anyway, I think it's and Mandy talks about it. She was on the bump recently. She talks about how, you know, when her and Sonya came up with Paige, and how Paige was there to kind of help her and guide her and give her tips and pointers and whatnot. Mandy's able to do that for Gigi and JC, right? And I think it's good to have. NXT hasn't really had a true women's faction. They had the Iconics, right? You know, but they've never had a true women's faction that can really stand
kick some ass.
Yeah, kick some ass, stand toe to toe. You know, I think they're going to do great with Dakota Kai in this War Games match. I think the other side of that ring is a clusterfuck of people.
That's what I say, because they've still got to get a fourth person, and I can't wait to see who that one is.
Who do you think? What are you talking about?
They haven't got a fourth person yet.
Who doesn't?
The other half of the War Games.
Bullshit.
Who?
So this has Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, Cora Jade, and Kaylee Ray.
Oh, I missed that then.
That was this past week.
Oh. Where did I miss that part at? Jeez.
Which is why I think it's a clusterfuck.
That's probably why I missed it then.
I thought the RK Bro Usos match, to go back to Survivor Series,
Yeah.
right?
I know we're getting off in the rabbit holes here.
We really are. We're running out of time. I don't want us to go too much longer. We're going to go longer than we normally do, but I don't want to go too much longer.
I was shocked at the tag team match. I was actually expecting the Usos to at least win this one.
Correct. I was too. They should have won this one.
And it would have been your only SmackDown wins. And you could have been like, this is why we're headed to the tables, boys.
Exactly.
But
missed opportunity.
I think they also did it because this is Randy making history with the number of pay-per-views he's made.
But that has nothing to do with the win.
I know.
He just had to be in the match. Right? Yeah.
Break the record. Yeah, but he can say, hey, I broke the record with a win.
Great. Woohoo. No one cares. All right. The women's Survivor Series match. Team Raw had Bianca, Rhea, Liv, Carmella, and Zelina.
And which I think you called this last week.
What did I say?
The winner in Soul Survivor.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Sasha, Shayna, Shotzi, Natalya, and Toni. So it goes, Carmella is eliminated by Toni Storm. Toni Storm then eliminates Queen Zelina. Liv eliminates Toni. Sasha eliminates Liv. Shayna eliminates Rhea. Sasha gets counted out. And then Bianca rolls through Natalya, Shayna, and Shotzi. I like this match. I didn't like them turning on Sasha. But after Friday night, now you've positioned Sasha as a face, and you've cemented Shotzi as a heel.
And you've aligned Sasha kind of with Naomi to maybe get Sonya off her ass. Right,
it played out really well. I think from a follow-up perspective, this one played out the best for the SmackDown women's side of things. The Raw women didn't matter. We moved on. Liv's going after Becky, and I am happy as a clam. Match of the night, though, goes to Roman Reigns and Big E. I thought this was fantastic. I thought there were a couple instances where I thought Big E was going to win.
Dude, if Big E would have won, I'd have been marking out all at work because I was trying to keep up with it.
So happy if he would have won.
And this would have been the match to do it. Honestly and truly, this would have been the match to do it.
Yes, and that's what we talked about last week.
Yep.
Right? And we talked about it very heavily on the reaction show last week because that was our poll question, was Big E was going to beat Roman Reigns. And I was a huge proponent all night long of, if you're going to do it, this is the time to do it.
Correct.
Because it's a blow-off night.
But then again, this gives SmackDown a win. I mean, you have Roman basically saying, yeah, I'm one of the only ones that did it. What's up?
Yeah, it gave Roman a great leg to stand on.
Because Shinsuke barely won his, and that was by DQ.
Correct. Right? Shinsuke really doesn't have a leg to stand on in that concept. Which is a shame, right? But it's okay for it to be that way.
You know, yeah, Team Raw might have got Survivor Series. Big whoop, want to fight about it. Who cares?
Did you really just pull a want to fight about it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, all right.
But at the end of the day,
fucking deal with. Okay.
You've been dealing with this all night.
Yeah, thankfully we're almost done.
Wow.
Same.
But Roman winning it gives him that, even more ammo to add fuel to the fire for, his next.
100%. I thought Survivor Series was a great show, though.
Yeah, it was good. This year was good.
This year was good. It's funny, everybody was shitting on it after the fact, saying how it wasn't a good pay-per-view, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. And I'm like, did you guys watch the same show I did? Like, all right, I get it. There was some dumb shit that happened, but are you guys watching the same product?
That's the IWC for you, though. A lot of them just shit on it no matter what.
Like, they're the epitome of there's no pleasing you people.
Right? Vince could give them everything they want, and they'll pick something out of everything and bitch about it.
Like,
you could have, he could give you a pay-per-view with 6 matches, and it would be all the matches you'd want to see, or that everybody would want to see, and it'd all be perfect 5-star style matches, and somebody's go, well, I wanted more matches, or I wanted less matches, or you know what?
everybody's going to find something to nitpick. I thought, and because there wasn't a lot of backstage stuff, there wasn't a lot, I mean, and the backstage stuff was shit because it was about a fucking egg that I'm not talking about again.
I was about to say, get away from the egg. Go.
But it was all just solid stuff. Solid wrestling. We got like, the pay-per-views are becoming more wrestling.
And that's what you want with a pay-per-view, is just solid wrestling, just enough backstage to build up, minus the stupid shit. But just enough backstage.
Egg.
I was trying to stay away from the word egg, goddammit.
It just pisses me off so much.
But you go backstage for a few hits here and there just to kind of build a little, and then you have your match. Then you go backstage, build a little for the next one to get ready, and you have your match, and you do this all night.
And it's okay if you have backstage segments. That I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Right? You're going to need to have backstage segments in a pay-per-view setting for things to work.
It's when you get in these Raw and Smackdown, I'm going to have a 30, 45-minute opening segment of me just talking out my ass.
That's where it gets a little rough for me. Right? That's where it's hard for me to suspend belief.
It's like I got a 3-hour show and I've got an hour of wrestling. I've got a 2-hour show and I get 30 minutes of wrestling.
Like, I was going back and I was I was listening to them talk about, it was My World with Jeff Jarrett. They were talking about the night that TNA went to Monday nights, the night Hulk Hogan showed up on TNA, January 4th, 2010. That's a bad show. Because it's a 2-hour time slot, and I think they have 2 matches. 2 really, really bad matches.
I feel like in each hour you
3.
need to have. I feel like for every hour of wrestling you need at least 2, maybe 3 matches.
Well, because you got to think about it. If they follow a sitcom, you've got 44 minutes of airtime.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Your opening segment is going to be 15 minutes. It's going to take you up to the quarter-hour ratings. That's what you want to grab people and hook them in. So now you've got, what? And let's just, for easy math, call it 30 minutes.
Correct.
Of programming. At least 2/3 of that needs to be wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can sprinkle your 10 minutes throughout. It doesn't have to be every week. Do 15 minutes of wrestling.
Yeah.
Right? And you want to give me 15 minutes of spread out throughout? That's fine.
I mean, you can even give me like 8 to 10 minute matches as long as you do a couple of them.
Yeah.
Because some of these matches are going to go 8 minutes here or a quick 2-minute squash match because we're fixing to build up the brand new superstar here.
Or somebody does some chicken shit heel tactic.
Exactly.
That win a match in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Or the match never goes off because there's a count, like something. Right? Use the match to tell the story, which they do. And they've been doing it a lot better. They're not great at it by no means because some of the storylines are still hammered dog shit.
Right?
But they're at least grasping the concept that people want to watch other people wrestle.
That's why we watch wrestling, boys and girls. Good old-fashioned wrestling.
But anyway, that was our Survivor Series recap. That was brought to you by the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. Many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. That's why we're very happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you or somebody you love needs mental health therapy or addiction detox, please call 856-651-8117. So last night, we're going to do a quick This Week in Wrestling, and that's brought to you by Alan Foy of eXp Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, looking for a change in career in brokerage, contact Alan Foy of eXp Realty LLC at 302-682-8820 or visit him at alan.foy@exprealty.com. Biggest takeaway of the week, the suspension for Brock Lesnar has been lifted.
Woohoo!
So the next big bitch is coming back. I'm sorry, the Beast.
I feel bad for Sami because I see where this is fucking going.
I do too, and as bad as it comes moments after Sami wins a battle royale for a shot at the Universal title,
and this just makes the conspiracy theory shit just delve further. Brock's back. Hey Sami, I want your number one contender spot. I'm gonna beat you for it. All right, cool. It's mine now.
Brock ain't wrestling for it. You're out of your fucking skull. Brock's
it'll be a 5-second squash match in his blue jeans.
No, it won't even be that. It will not even be that. Listen to me and listen to me well. Brock will show up and he will either threaten the lives of Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville to get the title shot, or he's literally just gonna beat it out of Sami Zayn. Sami will be having a match. Lesnar's music will hit. He'll hit the ring, and he'll beat Sami to a pulp in the middle of the ring, and some jackass is going to have to come out with a shovel and pick up the Canadian. Brock's going to turn him into Canadian maple syrup.
Hey, Triple H, we need your shovel, bud.
Right? Like, Brock's going to pulverize him.
Dust it off. We're not wanting to bury him, but just dust it off because we need a shovel.
Go get the wheelbarrow.
Right?
I need a wheelbarrow, a pump, and a vacuum. Go.
I think Cena's past opponents are in one of those.
Like, fuck.
But
and I think it's too early. I think it's too early to bring Brock back.
Well, he was supposed to come back the week later, the 12th or something like that. The
No, it was always
week.
the 3rd. It was always the 3rd.
No. It was actually announced that it was supposed to be the following week that Brock had threatened to come in with his own damn ticket.
You told me the 3rd.
No, I got it wrong.
You were the dumb fuck that told me the 3rd.
I know, I'm the dumb.
Now shut your mouth. This is what we get for listening to Butters, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for the fact that I took leave of my own senses and decided to listen to this second-rate douchebag. You fucking great value South Park character.
That's me.
But
yeah, I just give me hell. Just have the match next week between Sami and Roman.
And that's where Brock's going to interfere, right? If you announce that match, we all know Brock's going to interfere, and it's not going to happen, right? So just have. Let's get it over with. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Have Brock beat the shit out of Sami. We know it's coming, right?
I mean, do you think we'll have Roman, Sami at day one?
There's no way they do that at day one. There's no fucking way that happens at day one.
And you just have Roman and Brock just go at it till day one?
No shot.
Because, I mean, it looks like we're going to get, Tony versus Charlotte hopefully at day one.
That I'm okay with.
But you don't see them pushing this Sami Roman thing till day one.
I don't see Sami getting in the ring with Roman. I don't see Sami making it to day one. Again, Brock's going to turn him into maple fucking syrup.
Come to my syrup farm.
He's going to turn him into Canadian bacon. And I'm pretty sure Sami's a vegan.
Oh, vegan bacon.
Ew.
Makes a fat man cringe.
Oh, God. Like every aspect of my body just screamed and cried out. It's like 1,000 voices were all silenced.
Oh, I love it. I see what you did there.
God. And somebody had the comment earlier, and I wanted to save it for now. Eagles fan, Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy was funny during the match. I thought they were great together. And that just goes to show that Adam Cole can work with anybody. Orange Cassidy is truly a future of this industry.
So what? What was I gonna say? Charlotte Flair, Tony Storm segment.
Okay, go. What about it?
What were your thoughts on it? Getting creamed in the face.
What a waste of a cake.
Why did I know he was going to go with the food?
Because I swear to God, it's the safest comment I can say. We're still on the air.
I wasn't trying to go for comments like that. I was just getting your thoughts on the feud, Goober.
Well, but I will say because I saw it as a GIF, Charlotte hitting her with the pie.
Mm-hmm.
Swear to God, it didn't look like Tony. I don't know who it was, but it didn't look like Tony.
Okay. Oh, another pick your thought. New women's tag team champions.
Good for them. No, I'm okay with it, right? Because obviously something's up with Nikki Ash. Why she has not been around, and you can't have Rhea going out there and just being, one half of the tag team champions without Nikki. And so putting on somebody like Queen Zelina and Carmella, both are high atop the women's division. Zelina with the being queen, Carmella with doing the most beautiful woman in the world thing, even if she has the dumbest mask on the face of planet Earth. It looks like Mankind's mask and Kane's mask had a fucking baby.
Fell in a pile of glitter and said hi.
Yeah, like that match she had for Survivor Series that they tried to put on her and then it fucked up and so it caused her to get eliminated and all this other stupid shit. It looked like they painted a Kane mask with glitter. like they literally went to whatever lady does the nails for the women and said, "Do you have the red one with the sparkles in it?" I want to make it shiny.
Oh God, you would.
I'm just saying. Fuck, dude. And by the way, it was Grayson Waller that took on Tommaso Ciampa.
Okay.
Tuesday night. Did you see? All right. So first of all, I want to read this to you. This is from Dynamite on Wednesday night. I did not know these other people existed. I am incredibly upset that they exist.
I am ready.
You had the Gun Club, Billy and Colton Gunn.
Yep, father and son.
Versus Bear Country.
The fuck is Bear Country?
Don't know. Gun Club's attacks from behind. Bear Country whipped them out of the ring. Bear boulder press slams Billy. Colton whips Bear into barricade. Bronson is whipped into the steel steps. Bronson with an exploder suplex to Colton in the ring. Austin Gunn trips Bronson. Coulter hits the Colt 45, 1, 2, 3. And then here comes my favorite moment of wrestling this week, aside from the MJF CM Punk promo. Darby Allin's music hits. Sting comes out onto the ramp, and Austin Gunn, in his infinite wisdom, says, "I'm going to charge Sting." And Darby comes out of the tunnel and knocks this man's soul out of his body. Darby dives and flies at this man. It's like Superman coming down and just hitting you out of a cloud of smoke.
Yeah.
This man goes night-night.
So I decided to look up Bear Country for the love of God. I don't know why I did.
Oh God, I can only imagine now.
To me, they look like a knockoff Viking Raiders without the Viking helmets.
I quit. Good night, everybody. See you later. Love you. Bye bye.
But I mean, that's just what they look like to me. Is just like the picture I see of them. The Trap Bear Country theme. Knockoff.
Anywho, big congratulations to Thunder Rosa for advancing in the quarterfinals.
Yes.
She beat Jamie Hayter. Bryan Danielson beats Colt Cabana. All right. Baker, Rebel, and Tony Schiavone are having Friendsgiving backstage. I love this dynamic. Baker says if Rosa wins, that belt will be doomed for life. Schiavone introduces a clip of Rio never being eliminated from the Battle Royal. Rio will face Baker at Rampage. If Rio wins, she'll get a title shot. And my understanding is she won.
Yes, Rio did win. We were actually talking about that at the shop today. Somebody had come up and said Britt Baker got hit. Rio come off the top somewhere, landed on Britt Baker, and Britt Baker no-sold it. And the guy goes, Rio's about 100 pounds. I don't care who you are. If 100 pounds comes flying off the top and lands on you, you're going to feel it.
I want to see you no-sell it. I want to see you try to no-sell it, you little fuck.
Well, Britt Baker did. Like, you know, it's 100 pounds. I don't care who you are. 100 pounds comes hitting you from the top. You're going to be hurting.
Agreed.
But yes, Rio did win. Rio now gets a future title shot. When and where, we do not know.
And they're smart for saying it as a future title shot.
Correct.
Right? And not saying a shot at Britt Baker's title.
Because, I mean, it could be at the... What's that pay-per-view they're doing close to the beginning of the year that looks like a Night of Champions style ripoff?
Battle of the Belts.
There we go. That's the one.
Which I'm okay with.
But apparently it's only going to be an hour long.
Well, I just work here. What do you want from me?
I don't know. But I mean, hey, if it is a Night of Champions riff-off, then hey, at least we're getting something. Ish. You know, all the belts defended at once. Let's do it. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
I agree. All right. So let's that was this week in wrestling. We're going to transition into the run-in. The run-in is brought to you by FanUp. It's the best way to enjoy fantasy sports with daily NFL contests and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today and use promo code A2D for 5,000 bonus points. That's a $50 value. That's a FanUp in the App Store. It's also brought to you by Gleason's Bar, located at 6700 Mill Creek Avenue in Levittown, Pennsylvania. Use promo code A2D for 10% off your order whenever you dine in, take out, or order online at Gleason'sBarandSteaks.com. So, for the run-in, I want to talk about Thanksgiving for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get your opinion on something. My brother is a teacher.
Okay.
It's been very well documented that he is a teacher, and they had a food bracket for the best Thanksgiving Day food. What do you think won?
Ooh, man, that's a toss-up between, in my opinion, two.
All right, what do you got?
Stuffing and the cranberry sauce, and I got to go with the stuffing.
First of all, you like cranberry sauce?
Yes, but it's got to be the, you know.
Oh, God. Oh, shut up.
It's got to be from the can, baby.
Oh, ew. Oh.
It's got to be, what did my brother call it? Hold on, my brother posted it. What did he call it? All Hail the Thanksgiving Tube.
No.
Hey, man, when you grow up with the Thanksgiving Tube, that's what you like. But I'd have to go with the stuffing. Stuffing is number one.
Mac and cheese.
Does not surprise me at all.
I don't know about you. In all the Thanksgiving meals I have ever cooked and eaten in my life, mac and cheese has never been on my plate.
Really?
Not in Thanksgiving. Not that I can remember.
Are you high? Are you drunk? Are you just plain like...
No, we don't cook it.
What kind of a fat man are you?
It's not that I don't like it. I love mac and cheese.
Yeah.
We've never cooked it for Thanksgiving. So
but see, at Thanksgiving,
you
do mac and cheese differently.
But for Thanksgiving, it has always been a turkey, stuffing.
Yes.
Mashed potatoes.
I go for the stuffing.
Mashed potatoes. Gravy.
Giblet or regular?
Whatever comes out of the can.
Gotta make homemade giblet.
Well, only because we've tried different kinds, especially since living out here.
Yeah.
Right? We've tried different kinds of gravy, and we just can't find one that we like. So we know
try
we
good
like
old-fashioned giblet gravy.
We know we like the stuff out of the can.
Yeah.
So, and it's actually funny. We had other gravy this year. We had other gravy sitting in a crock pot heating up, right? We looked at it because it was frozen. You know, Tracy bought it a couple of days ahead of time. She froze it, whatever. And we're looking at it, we're like, no. Whatever this isn't gravy. Like, no. So we opened up the pantry. We're like, fuck, do we have a backup plan? And we're looking for gravy. And I found chicken gravy. And she was like, fuck it. We're doing it. It's just for the mashed potatoes. Who gives a fuck?
Nobody's gonna care. They're just gonna toss it on the mashed potatoes and go down.
No. Oh man, but you know, all right. So corn, an unhealthy amount of corn, because my dad doesn't like gravy. So my dad mixes the corn and the mashed potatoes together.
Who does it though?
I don't, because I put the gravy on there. I like because of like if there's no gravy available, yes, corn and mashed potatoes together, rock and roll. But I like the flavor of corn, and I think that the gravy can mask the flavor of corn.
Well, and we don't really do regular corn. It's more of one of those baked corn dishes.
Ew.
You know, it's whole kernel corn, but it's got like the cheese and the different stuff on top of it. It's the good stuff, man.
No, you put the corn in the crock pot with at least 2 sticks of butter, and walk away. Dude, if you saw how much butter went into this dinner, and we didn't even make everything, but if you went,
it'd probably been a whole new me.
We would have given Paula Dean a run for her money. Like last year, Tracy just kept throwing butter in these dishes, and I'm like, Trey, it doesn't need any more butter. You're gonna kill somebody. She goes, just put the damn thing in there. Okay. Like, I'm convinced. So we have several crock pots that we have out. We do it like buffet style at our house.
Same here.
Right? And so when something's made, it goes into the crock pot to stay warm. I'm convinced that we put so much butter in these mashed potatoes that we essentially made dough. Like when it sat in the crock pot, because either we didn't have enough milk. Yeah, it thickened up bad too. Not in like an unedible kind of way, but like I could have just molded that into a ball and thrown it.
Oh, you had pasty mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I've had pasty mashed potatoes before.
I think we just didn't add enough milk to it, to be completely honest with you. It dried out. But like there was so much. No.
Why not?
So 2 reasons. One, I think my dad would be the only one to eat them. I am not a deviled eggs fan.
Oh, dude, I could eat a whole tray by myself.
My reasoning is behind. I don't like the texture of an egg white, of a hard boiled, soft boiled, whatever the fuck they are. That is weird. That should not happen. And then the filling is ew. Ewy, ewy, ewy. Ewy, ewy.
Ooey.
I think
Really?
I think if you didn't tell me what was in the filling
Mm-hmm.
and you had a different texture, I'm sure I would love them. Because everybody raves about them.
Yes. Big
Right?
time.
But I know what's in the filling, and I know what the texture of the fucking thing tastes like. I'm outie 1,000,000%.
I was fixated. We had, what did my brother cook? Let's see. Turkey, ham,
Hold on,
stuffing.
because that's not what we cooked more stuff, right? Wait till I tell you how many different kinds of potatoes we had.
Oh, dear Jesus.
But that's just stuff that I think find traditional, right?
Yeah.
We had mashed potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
mashed sweet potatoes,
Okay.
and au gratin potatoes.
Au gratin. Remind me.
Cheese.
Okay.
The casserole dish
Okay.
thing.
The one that, they just cut it and chop it in little circles.
Little slices, throw it in, cheese, move on.
So we had that too on top of the mashed potatoes.
We were supposed to do carrots, brown sugar glazed carrots.
Oh, love me some brown sugar glazed carrots.
So in my head, because I'm a single guy, right? I go buy the fucking cans of carrots, drain those bastards out, and that's how I do my carrots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think anything of it, and that's a 5-minute process, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to eat, and I was like, all right, we got to start the carrots. Where are the carrots? And Tracy goes, oh, we're not doing them. Why are we doing them? It's like a 5-minute process. She goes, no, I bought raw carrots. When were you going to tell me?
You're like, I could have ran to the store in like 5 minutes and grabbed some fucking carrots.
We could have started them earlier. My stepmom, and I love her to death, but my stepmom has enough kitchen appliances in that house to run a small restaurant out of. There's enough things in that house, enough pressure cookers, to where we could have thrown some carrots in a pressure cooker, soften those bitches up. Not too much, because we did it a couple years ago, and we softened them up too much, and I ended up having essentially like mashed carrots.
Oh.
Well, because she puts them in there, right?
Yeah.
And then you transition them into a pan that you've already got your glaze going. And as you're rolling everything, they essentially went poof. It's not my fault. They were still good. Like, the flavor was still there.
That's almost like if you cook asparagus too long.
Yeah, but they essentially went poof. It was more like a carrot puree.
Ah. Baby food.
Tasty. Right? Because I like brown sugar. Like, suffice it to say, and we use a fair amount of it because my family does a lot of baking and different things like that. And you know those Utz containers that you get cheese balls in from Sam's Club?
Yes.
Full of brown sugar.
I guess that's one way to store your brown sugar. Fuck it.
We also have one full of white sugar, and we also have one full of flour.
Okay.
Lots of cooking goes on in that house. Lots of bacon.
Hey, I can't knock it.
You're not on my Snapchat. You didn't see the 5 pounds of bacon we had last year. So she had, and we're getting off the rails, but I don't give a fuck. We're gonna wrap this up here in a second. But I was getting eggs out we were making a pie. We were making cheesecake or something. We were planning to make something, and I needed eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in the fridge and I grabbed some eggs, and I also needed something from the freezer because she's got out in the garage. She's got a chest freezer, a standalone freezer, and then a regular refrigerator setup. I needed something out of that freezer, and I opened it up, and there's a shit ton of bacon in this freezer. So I walked back in, and in my infinite wisdom, Tracy, why do you have so much bacon? Well, that's for breakfast. Tracy, it's 10 o'clock. We ain't eating breakfast right now. Oh, no. Well, that's going to be for when we do our challah French toast and when we do our Christmas breakfast. You need 5 pounds of bacon? It was on sale. Okay.
Hey, I tell you what. Dessert. My wife opens up a tin. No-bake cookies. Mama always makes the good no-bake cookies.
Yeah.
And then I go to leave. My mom goes, "Oh, here, by the way, I bought you this. My all-time favorite pie. I call it a freezer pie. It is more of a cream cheese and Cool Whip mixed up together.
I'm sorry.
Drip.
Cream cheese and what?
Cool Whip.
Dickhead.
With some all in a graham cracker crust, pie shell, with some drizzled with some caramel and some toasted coconut. Throw it in the freezer, let it firm up. Tastes good and sweet.
All-time favorite pie. And I didn't get any dessert this Thanksgiving. I had to. Let me explain why. We did not drop the turkey in the fryer till 2:45. Much against my, better advice.
Mm-hmm.
I digress. But I had to get back to where I was house sitting at and take care of the dogs and then get ready for karaoke that night. And so we literally finished eating. I cleared the table, ran the vacuum, and left. Also, I had nothing keeping me there because they didn't have cheesecake. I love apple pie. I do. It's phenomenal.
Hey.
It's great.
Last night at work, we had a potluck for our shift. Somebody brought cheesecake, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, and some sort of cheesecake-infused vanilla cake that was amazing.
I have a lady that I used to work with. She used to do deliveries for us on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
She has this apple cinnamon, like apple pie cheesecake thing that she does. I'm going to make a phone call and see if she's going to make it for my 30th birthday next month.
Wow.
Yeah. But enough. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. We're talking about food. But I wanted to throw that out there for...
We're talking about food, folks, because we're fat guys.
We really are.
And Thanksgiving was 2 days ago, and I'm sad that it's over with now.
And I didn't get any leftovers either. I feel like I did.
I didn't either. I wanted a big ass heaping helping bowl of stuffing.
Moving on. All right, guys. This was In This Very Ring. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Next week we're gonna have a War Games preview. That'll be on the 4th of December.
War Games.
The 11th of December, we're going to do our recap show for War Games. And then the 18th of December, I don't know if we're going to do a show yet on the 18th. If we do a show on the 18th, it's going to be our end of the year awards. Okay? Because I may not be functioning on the 18th. I turned 30 that Monday, and we're starting the celebration on the 16th.
Boys and girls, I don't see this man functioning at all on the 18th. But just give us a moment. We'll figure it out.
So, as of right now, the 11th is going to be our recap show for War Games. And then probably part 1 of our end of the year awards. And then the 18th will probably be part 2. And then we're going to be off for Christmas, which is the week after. And then the 1st, we're actually going to do a live reaction to day 1. Okay? We're going to come at you with some live reactions for WWE's day 1 pay-per-view on January 1st. And that's the next. So that's the next 4 weeks of In This Very Ring TV. We want to thank all our sponsors, Body Check Wellness. And make sure you guys use promo code A2D for 25% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. I know right now they're running a Black Friday special, so everything in their store is 25% off. I think that's through Monday. The promo code won't work right now, but everything in the store is 25% off and free shipping. Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. You can check him out at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. The Counseling Center in Sunrise Detox, contact them at 856-651-8117. Alan Foy at eXp Realty. You can find them on the web at alan.foy@exprealty.com or give them a call at 302-682-8820. Ow.
Bless you.
Ow. Oh,
Bless
geez. No, I'm sorry. It's not Body Check that's doing the promo. It's Manscaped that's doing the promo. I'm an idiot. Body Check's promo code will work. Manscaped is the one running the Black Friday sale through Monday. They're the ones that give you 25% off and free shipping right now for their Black Friday sale. Body Check Wellness, promo code A2D for 25% off. And then Gleason's Bar, located at 6700 Mill Creek Avenue in Levittown, Pennsylvania. Use promo code A2D for 10% off your order, whether you dine in, take out, or order online. And then don't forget, guys, to be an A2D member, use sign up through our YouTube page. The link is in the comments. It's pinned to the top. $9.99 a month. You can come on our shows like Fan Friday, members-only streams, shout-outs, and weekly sports picks for the Money Pot Podcast. Win yourself some money with Nate Moss and the gang at Money Pot. Speaking of Money Pot, they will be here tomorrow morning getting you ready for little NFL Week 12 action, right? Week 12, Week 11? I don't fucking know. I'm not the sports guy around here.
Right? It's another week, boys and girls.
Getting you ready for some NFL action. The rant booth will be on later in the morning. They're going to get you ready for the Eagles game. With the Cowboys losing to the Raiders on Thanksgiving, do the Eagles have a chance to take the division? It's Eagles-Giants NFC rivalry. Huge matchup this week in the Meadowlands. And then you'll have agree to disagree post-game for the Eagles-Giants game. On Monday morning quarterback, Sport Towns, and the Flight Zone. On Tuesday, Hockey Happy Hour. Wednesday is going to bring you A2D Wednesday nights. Birds of a Feather on Thursday. Fan Friday on, obviously, Friday. And then next week, the weekly roundup will return. We want to give a big shout out to Stephen Rochelle. Today is his It's still his birthday in Texas. It's not his birthday anymore on the East Coast. But give Steve a big happy belated birthday.
Happy birthday!
Next week when you see him and Zach right there on the weekly roundup. And then we're going to be back next Saturday night. Same bat time, same bat channel. For Butters, I'm Rich. Guys, make sure each and every day you tell someone you love them. We out of here. Peace!